Okay. So we'll never come to know that from which angle the environment is affecting you. Uncertainty means what? Is environment predictable or not predictable? Is environment predictable or not predictable? Sir, not predictable. So we will never come to know that what is going to happen in future, right? And is environment easy to understand or very difficult to understand? Easy or very difficult? Very difficult to understand, right? So that is what do you mean by diversity, uncertainty, and complexity. Clear? Next one. Do we know how to tackle the environment? Do we know how to tackle the environment? Now tell me one thing. Do you all know that ICA examinations are tough or not? Do you all know that ICA examinations are tough or not? Yes. Do you all know that ICA result is also very less or not? Yes. Do you know the problems of CA profession or not? But did you still join it? Did you still join this course? Yes. And do you know how to tackle it also? Yes. So same is the case. When we know the problems of the environment, we should know how to tackle the environment also. What is the first step in tackling the environment? Take the initial view. Take the which view? Initial view. What is the second point? What is the second point? Audit the environment. What is the second point? Audit the environment. And what is the third one? Take the which decision? Immediate decision. Take the which decision? Immediate. So what is the point number one? Initial view. What do you mean by initial view? Understand which environment is affecting you and understand its impact. Either it is too strong or too weak. Correct, everyone? Audit the environment means what? Understand the environment very deeply and see whether it is affecting your PPPPD. What is PPPD? Either it is affecting your performance, or is it affecting your profitability, or it is affecting your production, or it is affecting your development. Clear, everyone? Clear, everyone? Right? Okay. And what is the next one? Take which decision? Take which decision? Immediate decision. Now tell me, we should be proactive or we should be reactive? We should be proactive or we should be reactive? We should be proactive. Means what? We should not allow the environment to affect us. Before the environment affects us, before that only we should try to take the matters in our hand. Correct, everybody? Tell me, what are the four features of environment? Everyone, tell me the four features of environment. Complex, dynamic, multifaces, far-reaching impact. I will ask you only one word and you tell me yes or no. Is environment easy to understand or difficult to understand? That is called complexity. Point number two. Is environment constant or keeps on changing? Always keeps on changing. That is known as dynamic. Is the environment affect everyone in the same way, or it is opportunity for one or threat for the another? Do you know the example of anti-dumping duty? Yes, it is an opportunity for one and threat for another. Clear, everyone? Clear, everyone? Yes, China and India example. Very clear. Very nice, Mahesh. Okay. Next one. Next one. Is environment impacts you in the shorter run or longer run? Does environment affects you in a shorter run or longer run? Sir, longer run. Clear, everybody? Clear, everybody? Just wait. Is my voice audible to all of you? Yes. Okay. Okay. So this is what do you mean by the features of environment, right? And after that, I told you two more important things. Whenever you will hear the word called component, what is the first thing comes to your mind? Components of environment means what? Tell me, guys. Component components of environment means what? Internal and external. Types of environment means what? Types of environment means what? Micro and macro. Types of environment means micro and macro. Okay, what do you mean by internal? Out of SWOT. What is SWOT? Strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. Out of SWOT, which two are internal and which two are external? Opportunities and threats. What is our inherent capacity of doing a business? Inherent capacity of doing a business is known as strength. What is our inherent limitation of doing the business? Now tell me, technology is the strength of Apple company or it is a weakness of Apple company? Technology. Strength. And too much dependence upon the single product? Weakness. Okay, anti-dumping duty introduced by Prime Minister of India was an opportunity for China or threat for China? Threat for China. But it was an opportunity for whom? India. Correct, everyone? So this is what do you mean by internal and external environment. Clear, everyone? This is what we have already discussed on that day. And when we talk about the environment, environment are of two types. One is known as micro and one is known as macro. One is known as micro and one is known as macro. What is cosmic? What is cosmic? I told you. Cosmic is a which environment? Micro. And pestle is a which environment? Macro. Correct or not? What is the full form of cosmic? C stands for customer. O stands for organization. S stands for supplier. M stands for market. I stands for intermediaries. C stands for competition. Clear? And pestle में P stands for political. E stands for ecosystem. S stands for social. T stands for technology. L stands for legal. And another E stands for economical. Clear, everyone? So today we are going to understand first which environment? Micro. And if the time will allow, then we'll understand which environment? Macro. Clear, everyone? So let us start with the today's class. Now see. Okay, sir, revision. So remember one thing, sir. Revision is highly important. Does it help you in continuing the next class very well or not? Right? See if you all understand my intention. The revision is highly important because I told you, you don't have to find the time to do it at your home. If you'll do the revision in the class, no need to do it at your home. Shall we start? Right? Okay. Now, micro environment is what? Now we can see that business is surrounded by the micro environment or not? Is business surrounded by the micro environment? What comes in our micro environment? Competitors, customers, organizations, suppliers, market and intermediaries. Now we have to understand each and every micro environment. Clear? Clear, everyone? So let us read the point number 1. Anyone can unmute yourself in the class right now? Any one of you can unmute yourself in the class right now? Only one person. Vishnu, would you like to unmute yourself? Pawan sir, can we unmute someone in the class? Vishnu, would you like to unmute yourself? Sir, here is some disturbance. Okay, anyone who would like to read out in the class? I need one person voluntarily who would like to read out in the class. Anybody in the class who would like to read out the topic along with me? Should I unmute you, Vardhan? Okay. I think the one who has started the meeting can unmute. No issues. So tomorrow onwards we'll start in that way. Okay. You can unmute. Okay. Okay, Vishnu.
Yes.
Okay, Vishnu. Is the
Yes,
screen
sir.
visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Read out the point number 1, please. What is microenvironment?
It is an environment which external but internal but external to the organization with which business or entity interacts on daily basis.
Which business or entity interacts on which basis?
Daily basis.
Daily basis. Okay. So just give me 1 minute. Uh, yeah. Acha, tell me one thing. Did you all understand the point number 1? Everyone, did you all understand? Okay, Vardhan, please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Okay. I think there is some disturbance coming from his side. So let me read it only. So tomorrow we'll see whether we can have a class in that way or not. Okay. So let's not waste the time in doing some experiments. Okay. So everyone, just read the point number 1. What is the point number 1 written? Micro environment is an environment which is what? Internal, but also what? External to the organization. Why it is said at internal but external? Tell me one thing. Out of macro and out of micro, which one is internal? Out of macro and micro, which one is internal? Micro. But are they both external to the business or not? Are they both external to the business or not? Yes, that is why this sentence has been written over here. That is why this sentence has been written over there. Clear, everyone? Clear, everyone? So tell me, what is written? What is written? What is written? It is an environment which is internal. It is an environment which is internal but external to the organization with which the business or entity interacts on which basis? Daily basis. Do we interact with our customer on daily basis or not? Do we interact with our customer on daily basis? Yes. So this is what. What do you mean by which environment? Micro environment. Now tell me, is it close to the business or is it far from the business? Tell me. Is it close to the business or is it far to the business? Give me 2 minutes, guys. Okay. Am I audible? Am I audible? Okay. So we were talking about the which environment? Micro environment. So it is an environment which is internal, but at the same time it is external to the organization. Correct or not? Why the both word internal and external has been used? Anyone can define? Why the both word internal and external has been used? Internal is, it is internal as compared to the macro. But even though it is internal, but from the business point of view, it is external or not? So from the macro point of view, it is internal, and from the business point of view, it is what? External. Am I correct or not? Guys, everyone clear with the point number one? Make sure that there are some areas where you may get confused, but you have to understand. If you have any doubt, then clearly take out the doubt in front of me. Okay, I will clear it. What is the second point? Is it a far away environment or is it a closely linked external environment? Which one is far away out of micro and macro? Which one is far away? Macro is far away and micro is what? Closely linked. Am I correct or not? So it is also known as closely linked external environment, which is predictable to an extent. Is it predictable to an extent? Now listen to this very carefully. Now suppose if the customers are reducing day by day, if the customers are reducing day by day in my tiffin shop business, is it predictable that they are not liking the taste of the food which I am giving? Is it predictable that they are not liking the taste of the food which I am giving? Right. So it means I have to change the food taste or not? I have to change the food taste or not? So micro environment is little bit controllable and little bit what in nature? Predictable in nature. Clear everyone? Clear everyone? With the point number two. And what is the point number three? Every business must ensure that it should interact with its micro environment. On which basis? Every business should ensure that it would interact with its micro environment. On which basis? On daily basis. On the which basis? On the daily basis. Otherwise, businesses will be ineffective and inefficient. Otherwise, the businesses will be ineffective and inefficient. Clear everyone with all the 3 points? Everyone is clear with all the 3 points? All the 3 points talks about the which environment? Micro environment. So micro environment is internal from which point of view? Micro environment is internal from which point of view? Everyone please give me the answer. Micro environment is internal from which point of view? Macro point of view. Internal from macro point of view, but external from business point of view. External from business point of view. Next point. Does the business deal with this environment on daily basis or not? Does the business deal with this environment on daily basis or not? Yes. Is it far environment or closely linked environment? Far or closely? Closely. If we do not interact with this environment on daily basis, what will happen to our business? Will it be running or it will be faded away? It will be faded away. Am I correct? Because we all know that we have to actively participate with the environment. It will be ineffective and inefficient. Clear everyone? Clear everyone? Now, what are the components of micro environment I told you all? What are the components of micro environment I told you? Cosmic. What are the components? Cosmic. What are the components? Cosmic. In the cosmic, what is the first point? In the cosmic, what is the first point? Customer. Now tell me one thing. Do you know all the difference between customer and consumer? Do you all know the difference between customer and consumer? Who is a customer and who is a consumer? The one who consumes the goods for his self-consumption. The one who buys the goods for the self-consumption is known as what? Consumer. And one who buys the goods for the self-consumption or resale purpose is known as what? Is known as what? Customer. Everyone is understanding what I'm trying to tell? Everyone is understanding what I'm trying to tell? Now tell me one thing. Who is known as customer? Who is known as customer? The one who buys for. Tell me who is known as customer? Who is known as customer? The one who buys for self-consumption or resale purpose. That is known as customer. And the one who buys for self-consumption only, that is known as consumer. Now, every consumer is a customer. Is it correct? Every consumer is a customer. Is it correct? Yes, but every customer is a consumer. Is it correct? No, every customer is not a consumer. Now read the next line. Every consumer is a customer, but every customer is not a consumer. Did you all understand the difference? Why I have written this line? How many of you didn't understand? Now listen to this very carefully. Listen to this very carefully. Who is a consumer? Tell me everyone, please. Who is a consumer? The one who consumes for the self-consumption. Am I correct? The one who consumes the goods for the self-consumption, that is called consumer. Who is a customer? Who is a customer? The one who buys the goods for the self-consumption or which basis? Resale basis. So tell me, out of customer and consumer, who is a broader term? Which one is a broader term? Which one is a broader term? Customer. So is it correct to say that every consumer is a customer? Is it correct to say that every consumer is a customer? Yes. Yes. But is it correct to say that every customer is a consumer? No. Every customer is not a consumer. Clear everyone now? Right? See if you are clear. Okay. Who is the ultimate king of the customer? Who is the ultimate king of the business? Customer is the ultimate king of the business. Right or not? So he's the most important element of which environment? He's the most important element of which environment? Micro environment. Does he hold the central position in the business or not? Does he hold the central position in the business or not? Yes. So remember one thing, whenever we have to think about the customers, we have to think about their 5 things. How many things we have to think about? 5 things. Like point number 1, we have to think about their bargaining power of the customer. Tell me one thing, whether the business should always consider the bargaining power of the customer or not? Yes. Do we have to always think about the taste and preferences of the customer? Do we have to think about the taste and preferences of the customer? Does it remain same or it keeps on changing? It keeps on changing. Do we have to think about the income level of the customer or not? Do we have to think about the income level of the customer or not? Do we have to think about the benefits what the customer is looking or not? Now listen to this very carefully. Now, suppose when we are going to the Bajaj Electronics to buy an AC, suppose we are going to the Bajaj Electronics to buy an air conditioner, do we expect that they should give us some discount? Yes. Do we expect that they should give us some home delivery? Yes. Do we expect that they should give us some installation or not? Yes. So do we expect all these benefits from the seller or not? Yes. So that is what is written. Benefits what the customer is looking for. I as a Bajaj Electronics owner should know that what my customers are looking for. What kind of benefits my customers are looking for. Clear everybody? Clear everybody? And I should also know what is the buying pattern of my customer. I should also know what is the buying pattern of my customer. Now tell me one thing. Will you buy the winter clothes? Will you buy the winter clothes in the summer? And will you buy the summer clothes in the winter? But tell me one thing, when do you get the highest discounts on the winter clothes? Think logically. When do you get the highest discount on the winter clothes? In summer. Very nice. And when do you get the highest discount on summer clothes? In winters. Because that is an off season for both of them or not? That is an off season or not? So in the off season, in the summer, sales of the winter clothes will be less. That's why highest discount will be given on winter clothes. So we should also understand the buying pattern. Even though the customer does not have winters, even though we don't have winters, but he would still like to buy the winter clothes because he knows that discount is going to come now only, because when the winter season will start, discount will be there or no discount. In the when the winter starts, discount will be there on the winter clothes or no discount on the winter clothes. So would you like to buy the winter clothes in the summer or not, when the discount is going on? Yes. This is what do you mean by understanding the buying pattern of customer. So with that, our first element in the micro environment is over. Clear everyone? Clear everyone? CC everyone? So tell me, do you know the meaning of customer and consumer now? Yes, every consumer is a customer. Every consumer is a customer, but every customer is not a consumer. Does he hold a central position in our business or not? Does he hold a central position in our business or not? Yes. He holds a central position in our business. Now tell me, what are the things? What are the things we should always monitor about our customer? His buying pattern, his taste and preferences, his income levels, and whether what the customer is looking for, and his which pattern? And his which pattern? Buying pattern. Clear? Now, who is our second element? In the cosmic, what O stands for? O stands for organization. Now tell me one thing, whether organization runs with the three different types of people or not? Whether an organization runs with the three different types of people? Yes. Who are the first people? Who are the first people? Owners. Who are the first people? Owners. Who are the second people? Who are the second people? Board of directors. And who is the third person? Employees. So tell me, who are the three persons who are required to run an organization? We need owners, we need board of directors, and we need employees. Clear everyone? Clear everyone? Now see, read. Those individuals or persons who are running the business of the company in three different capacities. One are known as owners, one are known as board of directors, one are known as employees. Now tell me, shareholders comes under which category? Owners. Partners comes under which category? Owners. Partners comes under which category? Owners. Sole proprietor is also what? Sole proprietor is also what? Owner. Okay. Manager, directors, they come under which category? Board of directors. But you tell me, either it is owners or it is board of directors or it is employees. All the persons in the organization should work in the same direction or they should all work in a different direction. If the company is having one direction and the persons who are working in the company are having different directions, who will suffer? If the employees are working in different directions and company is working in different direction, who will suffer? The company will suffer. Are you getting the point? So we have to ensure that every person in the organization should work in the same direction what the company is working or not. Do you remember the word called vision? Do you remember the word called vision? What do you mean by vision? Future goals. What do you mean by vision? Which goals? Future goals and objectives of the company. That is called vision. Now, whether all should work in the same direction or not. And who is the biggest enemy of the company? Who is the biggest enemy of the company? Is it the competitor who is sitting outside, or is it the employees who are sitting inside? Remember one thing, the biggest threat to the company is not outside. The biggest enemy of the company is what? Inside, employees. Remember one thing, if your employees are not happy, your company will never grow. Do you all agree? Do you all agree? So do we have to keep our owners happy? How the owners will be happy? By giving them the dividend. How the employees will be happy? By giving them the salaries and wages, PF, gratuity, bonus, all those things. And how the board of directors will be happy? By giving them the management powers. Clear, everyone? So every person who is working in an organization must be happy, then only the business will be able to achieve its vision. Do you all agree with that? Do you all agree with that? Yes. So who is the biggest enemy? Biggest enemy is not the competitor. Biggest enemy is not the competitor. Biggest enemy is your... Who is the biggest enemy? Biggest enemy is your employees. If they are happy, that is fine. But if they are unhappy, then in that case, business will survive or business will not survive. Business will not survive. Clearly understood, everyone? Did you understand? O stands for organization. Why? What is the meaning of the organization in the cosmic? CC, everyone? So if your employees, shareholders and board of directors are happy, then only you can conquer the business. Clear? Clear, everyone? Now tell me, what is this line? And tell me, after reading this line, do you all agree? Self-analysis by the organization is the best analysis. What is the best analysis of a business? What is the best analysis of a business? Self-analysis. Self-analysis is the best analysis. So first you analyze yourself. First you analyze your employees. You analyze your, board of directors. You analyze your shareholders. That is called the best analysis. Clear, everyone? Clear, everyone? Right. Next one. What is Mr. Pogo said? What is this word written? Pogo. We met our enemy today and he's us. Did you understand what is the line written? We met our enemy today. We saw our enemy today and he's what? Us. It means who is the biggest enemy? Who is the biggest enemy? The biggest enemy is us only. And who is us here? Employees. Remember one thing, organization, keep your organization and employee happy is very important point. Keeping your organizations and employee happy is a very important point. Clear, everyone? Clear, everyone? So what is in the cosmic, what we are done with? Are we done with the C, customer? Yes. Are we done with the O, organization? Yes. And who is our third? S stands for what? S stands for what? Supplier. S stands for what? Supplier. Now tell me, who is known as supplier? Supplier is the one who supplies the raw material, who supplies the equipment, job work and work in progress work. Company is largely dependent upon its what? Suppliers. Now tell me, if you will not get a regular supply of raw materials, will you be able to produce finished goods? The supplier is a very important element of a business or not? Yes or no? So business always must consider what? Bargaining power of supplier. We should always must consider what? bargaining power of supplier, and that we already know. Limited number of suppliers will have what? Limited number of suppliers means what? Limited number of suppliers. Do you remember our airline example? So limited number of suppliers means what? More bargaining power or less bargaining power? High bargaining power. Yes. And less number of suppliers means more number of supplier means what? Low bargaining power. Clear everyone? Clear everyone? Acha, should I ask you one question? Should I ask you one question? Now see, I am a Renbexy company. I am a which company? Renbexy company. Do you all know Renbexy company? Is it a pharma company or not? Yes. Now listen. COVID-19 is going on. COVID-19 is going on. Yes. So Renbexy company is thinking for making a what? Medicine for corona. They are thinking for making a medicine for corona. They have two options. How many options? They have the two options. Should I tell you the options? Should I tell you the option? Yes. Now, sir, what is the option number one? Option number one is they spend 3,000 crores. They spend 3,000 crores and open a development center in the name of Renbexy Laboratory. How much money they have to spend? 3,000 crores they have to spend to open their own development center. Are you understanding the option number one? Are you understanding the option number one? Yes. Second option, now listen, what is the second option? They can hire a laboratory, they can hire a company which is already involved in making a vaccine, and they can pay 100 crore rupees per month to that company for doing the research. They can pay 100 crore rupees per month as a research. Now tell me, you are a Renbexy company, you have two options. Either you have to spend 3,000 crore rupees, or you can take the laboratory on rent and can pay 100 crore rupees of rent. Now tell me, which one is a better option? 3,000 crore rupees or 100 crores? 100 crores. Now tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. Is outsources are becoming cheaper or not? Is outsourcing becoming cheaper or not? Yes. Then in that case, we should go for in-house research or outside research. That's a very simple logic. Simple logic. Suppose I'm doing a business. Listen to this. Suppose if I'm doing a business, and my supplier is charging me very expensive amount. I'm doing a business and my supplier is charging the raw material very expensively. Now tell me, should I go for my supplier or should I go for in-house production of that raw material? If my supplier is expensive, what should I do? In-house, right or not? But if my supplier is very cheaper and in-house is very expensive, now what should I do? Outsource. Did you understand this chart? Did you understand this chart? Now read. When the supplier is expensive outside, you should go for what? You should go for what? In-house. You should go for in-house. And when the supplier outside is very cheaper, you should go for in-house or outsourcing. You should go for outsourcing. Clear everyone? Clear everyone up to this point? No problem? No problem? Chalo. No problem? Chalo. Do you want me to repeat, Manoj? Do you want me to repeat, Manoj? Now listen to this very carefully, Manoj. Very carefully. Listen. If the outside supplier is very expensive, would you like to still get a supply, or you would like to manufacture your own thing? Manoj, you would like to manufacture own thing. Manufacturing own thing is known as in-house. Am I correct or not? Manufacturing own thing is known as in-house. But if your manufacturing cost is very high and hiring it from outside is very cheaper, now tell me, would you go for manufacturing or you would go for outside? Outside, that's what I told you. Now look at this chart. If the supplier is expensive, you will go for what? If the supplier is expensive, you will go for what? In-house. And if the supplier is cheaper, if the supplier is very cheaper, you will go for in-house or you will go for outsource? You will go for outsource. Clear, everyone? Clear, everyone? Right? Is the screen visible to all of you?